to Talking Heads, episode 9 of Evolution of the Soul series, which we're looking at the movie of your soul. So yes, Talking Heads series is on the fabulous platform USA Global TV and Radio. Fantastic. All right, so let's get down to it. Now, this episode is about the movie of your soul. Now, I guess you're going to ask, what is the soul? Okay, the soul is something that we cannot see. It is immaterial essence. And basically, it is the inner core. It's the core of our true nature. The soul is also a compass for our lives, of our many lives. The soul has lived many eons. Your soul has lived many eons of time in different embodiments, meaning different physical bodies. So the soul lives on to learn different lessons in life. And the reason why is so that we can come home and home into and become all that we are, the truth of who we are. And the truth of who we are is really about returning home. Returning home is about becoming the individualized creator beings of love and light, so that we can manifest all we wish, all we desire from constructive thought, from a constructive heart, in the way that we connect with our heart, with our compassion, and we can manifest all we desire and require to help achieve our dreams, to help others, empower ourselves, to help to empower others, to help to caretake, look after our planetary Earth, Gaia, planet Earth. So going back to the soul. Now, the soul is there to give us lessons so that we don't return to that lesson again. But sometimes we have to return to certain lessons in life because the lesson has not been learnt, has not been heard, has not resonated truth. The thing is, when we are working with the soul, we need to understand how to work with the soul. Now, I have to say, it's a very lonely journey. It's not, it can be enjoyable, but at the same time, it's where you question everything. Everything you have grown up with, anything that you have been surrounded with, whether that's advertising, media, or just your whole life essence, you question absolutely everything, because the time that you start to, your soul starts to whisper to you, and your soul whispers to you from your inner promptings, your inner voice. And when that happens, it means that your soul is waking you up, totally waking you up, so that you can start on the journey. I mean, we're always on the journey. What am I saying? We're always on the journey. We're always here to learn lessons. We've learned lessons from previous lives, from our multidimensional selves in different areas of life, but that's really complicated. That's complicated. That's on different dimensions and different levels. So I just want to make it more simplified today. And how we need to do this is, you start questioning everything in your life because for some reason it doesn't make sense anymore. It doesn't make sense what you're eating anymore. It doesn't, what was a comfort, what was happiness, what brought you, wow, escapism is no longer nurturing you, is no longer feeding that good vibration. That vibration has moved on. And basically it means that it's time for you to wake up to your soul mission, your divine path. So basically what you have to do is you can start by journaling. Yeah, simple. Write down everything that you want to, that's what you want to express in life. Don't let money be a block. Don't let family or relationships be a block. Remember, this is not in the physical. This is in the metaphysical, the meta. So therefore, you need to write down what you want to achieve in your life. And that is, so you need to take a few moments, a few seconds, and just close down. Don't think of anything and just listen, because your soul is waking you up. Whereas when your soul wakes you up, you have adventure. Yeah. It is the road less traveled, or the path less traveled, in other words. And you will find yourself, when the soul starts to wake you up, you will have experiences of feelings of forgiveness. Whether you've forgiven things in your life or you haven't forgiven, you will feel that inner prompting to forgive that person, that place, or whatever it was that you were part of. And remember, it's not just about this life. We've lived eons of life. Therefore, your soul could be bringing up something that is forgiveness from another past life. You don't have to know exactly what it was, but it is the feeling. So you have to feel that. You have to feel that innerness, that at that core level, and understand. Don't understand what it is, but just accept it. And know what you are feeling is something at a soul core level, and you need to go into this, not judging, and release it. And release it by asking forgiveness and compassion. It could be something to do with an act against planet Earth. It could be an act against a certain animal or something like that. It could be anything. But what you need to do is you've got to just travel. You've got to go. You've got to have that calmness, stillness, and just let it feel that pain, feel that suffering, feel that emptiness and that void, and feel it to the point where you then release it, because the soul is there to help you release, because the soul does not like to be connected to a limited self. In fact, it's the worst thing for the soul. The soul does not want to be connected to the limited self. The whole point of the soul is to be free from our limited selves. And that's self and selves. Self as in this current embodiment, and limited selves from other previous lives. So in order for us to become the creator beings, we have to do a lot of purification, and the soul awakens us and whispers to us. So there's lots of purification we've got to do. Purification of the body, purification of what we intake of our food, which we all know that. Purification of our thoughts, which are so powerful and can manifest even before our very eyes. Purification of what damage we've caused to Mother Earth. Purification. We need to purify. We need to purify our auric energy. We need to purify our energy wheels. So purification is tied up and connected with forgiveness, because if we don't forgive, then we become toxic, and whoever we have in our lives, they will be affected by the toxic, because don't forget, we are energetic beings. We are energy. Everything is energy, right? And when you're working with the soul, what's required when the soul is glowing and living greatly, greater love, greater light, they need a body that is not occupied with density, with heavy foods, toxins, poison, just poison. They need to be, a soul needs to live in a light body. And that's why that's why the golden age had to arrive, because our mission, our soul's mission now is to ascend in our bodies, rather than going off the planet and mind and spirit goes off, soul goes off. Our mission is to become the divine creator beings that we once were. So it's coming away from 3D, limited life, limited self, being where you actually look at the outside of your life as the initial decision maker to your life. The soul is about looking in your inner world, your inner light, your inner power, and emanating out to the outer world. So you live in the world, but you're not part of it. And we're all here. We also have to understand that there are soul contracts. So there may be something that you're trying to say to that person, you shouldn't do that, you shouldn't do that, or you judge that person for this and for that and for that. Maybe that is their soul that is asking for that lesson, so they become the luminosity, they become the true creator being, they become their true form at their core level. And if we try and take them away or judge them and make them come away from that lesson, then all we've done is put an obstacle in the way. So now because we have to ascend into the 5D with the soul, mind, body, and spirit intact in the body rather than out of body. Yes, we need to have a lighter body. Yes, we need to be purified. And purification is also about the soul, asking you to face your inner demons, your shadow work. You've got to do a lot of shadow work, and you've got to work those inner demons out. And the soul is the compass for that and will guide you and show you the way. Also, with the soul, it's not just about going off in meditation and spending 30 minutes, 40 minutes in meditation, which is wonderful, and it depends on every individual. But the soul is every waking moment, every minute of the day of you being aware of your soul promptings, your inner awareness, your inner greatness, your inner compassion. So when you react to something, you're not reacting because it's been prejudged or predestined, or because you've heard it from a previous experience from someone, you then put your experience to it. No. The soul is about you being true to yourself, you discovering who you truly are at a core level. And like I said, it's not an easy path, and there's going to be many people that are not awakened, which are baby souls. Okay, so should we look at this like this? Baby soul. Baby soul is a soul that has not experienced a higher dimension, yet their journey was to experience anything and everything in a 3D perspective. Then you have the soul that has experienced higher dimensions, but fell, and therefore is here and feels they can't conform. They don't like time as such. They're always independent thinkers, even though people are not on that wavelength, and feel there's something missing in life. And that's because they are longing for that high vibration, that high feeling that they once had eons of time ago, but yet can't remember whilst living in their current embodiment. Yet they're connected with the inner feeling of there's got to be more to life than this. So that's something of like a soul that, like an indigo soul, a crystal, even crystalline. There's crystalline souls that are coming in now that are from, it's like they're new souls completely. And they're very wise. A lot of the younger children are here to, once they wake up, the whole planet's going to just wake up completely. And we are here to usher in the new light, to help our mother, our planet Earth, to return to her pristine beauty, her crystalline beauty. So what we think we become through our actions, we will, because let's face it, right? Okay, if she was, Mother Earth was to ascend now in 5D physical body, we would all be taken from the earth, because we are all at fault. There is no one on this earth that is not at fault. But we have something that is so powerful. We have compassion. As a human collective, we naturally help each other when we're in trouble, or when we help each other. We naturally reach out to each other. We have compassion, and that's something that can be explored and grown. And therefore, because of the spark, a divine spark within us, which is of compassionate soul, started to grow, we were left then to go, okay, no, the humans are going to ascend now. They're going to actually ascend. They can do it, because we passed the test. Isn't that wonderful? We actually passed the test. And that was because the majority of us, I'm not saying about the lesser, but the majority have a compassionate soul, and we have grown this compassionate soul, especially through the COVID, the pandemic. We have grown this feeling of there's more. We are taking care of each other. We are not thinking so much of self anymore. We are thinking of how to help one another, how to raise each other, how to help our planet as well. So that's why we have been left alone to, rather than being abolished, so that we've passed the test. We are now going to grow into the power of a divine being of who we are. We are creator beings born of love and light, born of truth at the core level. So the movie of your soul is about starting. It's like a movie. You need, basically, with the soul, for example, you meet people that are soulmates. Now, a soulmate doesn't have to be relationship-wise, like not romantic linked. It can be a sister, a brother. It can be within the family. It can be outside family, the family that you don't choose. It can be the family that you do choose. People that you just meet and you just have this instant connection, and you lift each other, you empower each other, you feel alive and fresh around them. They don't make you feel closed up. They make you feel, wow, yeah, I could spend more time with them because they make me feel good, but at the same time I make them feel good. It's a fair exchange. It's a beautiful balance. So if we ignore, so certain people, players, like roles. So a movie of your soul is people that are being brought into your life that mean a lot to you. And therefore they are there to help awaken and help you on the journey to becoming your true self. Now, however, we also have karmic soulmates. Karmic is the ones that we met from a previous life, and that karma wasn't cleared. So we might meet them again in a different form, in a different body, but that needs to be cleared. So therefore, if you have this instant connection and you're avoiding it like crazy, and then suddenly you're seeing synchronicity of numbers, and you're seeing certain, you're hearing a radio and you hear that song that relates to that person, that is your soul saying, you need to pay attention. That is the compass. You need to follow this. Because at the end of the day, it is going to bring us back to our true self. Otherwise, we're going to live a life of limited self, where, yeah, we can have, oh, we'll go shopping. Yeah, we have this money for this and this and this. But will it bring happiness? No, not if you're not following your divine path. It will give you shortcomings. It will give you little episodes of happiness, but then anxiety. And then I've got all this, but how come I'm not happy? And that is because you're not following the movie of your soul. So 2023 is going to be about people taking back, people reconnecting, following the compass, which is the soul, the promptings, the inner promptings. Now, remember, when you're on this soul journey, you're not here on yourself. Okay, you are as far as, other human beings. Yeah, you're on this path. But remember, the soul is about believing in the unseen. And therefore, we have our angels, our guides, our guardians, our cosmic beings of light, that all you have to do is ask. Remember, this world is about free will. Everything, and that's the problem. That's the reason why we fell, because we were given free will to do anything and anything we want. Woo, we were like children running about in the world. Woo, run about. Oh, chaos. Think of a preschool or a nursery where the kids are just running about like, or in a class where the teacher has just gone out for a moment. Chaos. We have been given chaos to explore ourselves, to experience. And some of it has not been good for us, but we've gone along with that and we've had to pay for karma. Now, the time will come, not now, I don't know when, who knows, it's part of the divine plan. Free will no longer reign here. When? We don't know. So we are all getting prepared. Those of us that have agreed that our soul contract, remember, have chosen to awaken. And when I mean awaken, is we have chosen to ascend in our body that we have now into a 5D existence. It hasn't arrived yet. It's arriving. I mean, Earth, planet Earth, she's already ascended spiritually, but physically she hasn't. And the reason why is because we are connected to her. We have the same elements as her. We are made of her because we are part of her. So the more we purify ourselves, the more we start to look at the movie of the soul, the more that we start to have forgiveness, compassion, less blame and gossip, watching our thoughts, be careful with our actions and our deeds, not about self, but more about togetherness and achieving basically achieving your divine mission. Because if everyone attends to their divine path and gets on their divine path, we are going to, as a human collective consciousness, we're going to flow into this with ease and grace. What we can do, however, is we can work with Earth, Mother Earth, by asking forgiveness. You don't have to say what it is you're getting forgiven for, but just ask her for forgiveness and keep asking her for forgiveness and be in gratitude for her, because this will help her, because we are connected to her. And through the soul is connected with Mother Earth. So it's a very complex subject, is the soul. But all you have to know is that once you begin this journey, you will find gifts that you didn't have, and you will find yourself being good at something that you didn't know you were good at, or you will find yourself reconnecting to something that you didn't you stopped because somebody told you not to, somebody influenced you. Remember, your soul is here to help you live an abundant, free, fresh life. Everything fresh, abundant, youthful, greater health, greater light, greater love, experiencing relationships on such a high vibration, and not the kind of relationships that are just going to belittle you or just make you smaller. Now is the time for you to experience the movie of your soul. Thank you so much, everyone. I so enjoyed being here on Talking Heads. And thank you to Dr. Jacqueline. Oh, she is an amazing soul. She is a supernova. And I am so grateful for her to allow me to speak to you on the USA Global TV and radio. You can connect me by emailing me at madalenecarolchan@gmail.com. That's MadaleneCarolChan@gmail.com. And you can also go on to USA Global TV and Radio, to the education, which you have an education platform with the Thinkific, Dr. Jacqueline courses, which I have written courses and collaborated with Dr. Jacqueline about transcending from a 3D to a 5D, about facing the shadow of self, about understanding the heart, understanding our mission, understanding trends. So this is all exciting. We're all in a new era. 2023, people, is about taking back, awakening, realizing, becoming who we truly are, the true core of who we are, so we can experience ourselves as creator beings, which is our destiny. Thank you, everyone. Much love. Bye-bye.